Hello, radio broadcast students. Hope you're doing well at home. I know this is a weird time. I hope you all got the email that I sent you about the Live 365 internet radio platform that we should be able to use to continue the broadcasting component of this class. Go to the link that I sent you guys, and I gave you the username and the password. There's a temporary trial account set up. Within that account, so the station name is WXTC Teal, and that's the name of the station, and within that station there are 9 playlists, one for each of you, with your names on it. So check out the platform, see how you like it, tell me what you think. In the forum that I set up on Moodle, which we're going to go to in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to show you all about. This video is going to be basically about getting things a little more oriented in our group. I'm not really going to start an instructional lecture, history, the profession, context, any of that right now. I just want us to be on the right foot and for you guys to be oriented in knowing what's happening now, what we're going to do next, and how all of this could possibly work out for us. How could it possibly work out for us? It can. So, let's see, I have a list of things here. So, give your feedback on Live 365, and also I'd like to get some feedback from you about Audacity. If you've used this free shareware program, if you're familiar with it, and if you feel comfortable making any kind of audio products on that, we might be able to fulfill our audio production component of the class using that shareware. It's easy to use on your laptop, and even though it's not the quality of broadcasting that you'd want to have over a terrestrial radio station that hears all and is so magnifying and requires more fidelity or truth to sound, digital radio doesn't demand that much of it. So this is an appropriate program to use to create audio products for digital only kind of broadcasting. It would be okay, in other words, to use it. Another thing is, if we start to use this platform of Live 365, it's internet and not FCC, so I'm going to relax the standards then about content in the song, inappropriate words or things like that are okay over the internet. There's no rule against that. So, but you would still be setting up a show like you normally would for broadcast radio. You'd still have to submit a show log and plan out your show. You'd have to arrange your music in the order that you want it to go in your playlist, and insert things like underwriting spots or PSAs that will be uploaded into the library of Live 365, so you could access those things from home. So you would set up breaks, break in, break out. You don't have to give the weather, obviously, but you could, talk, banter, other things. All of your audio files, the recordings, the voice recordings that you make don't, have to be limited to 1 to 2 minutes. You could talk as much as you want to and have as much or as little music as you want to. That's up to you. So your phones are all pretty much adapted and equipped to be able to do voice recording. So that shouldn't be an issue either. You should be able to voice record, save that file, and upload it to the Live 365 library. I gave you guys the password for it. I sent it an email, and I put it in the forums link for this week for our class, and we'll go into that in a minute. So you've got all the information on how to get in there. Explore it, tell me what you think, and I feel like this is a doable situation. So aside from that, we're going to have video lectures that I'll be uploading every Tuesday, so every Tuesday you'll get that. Oh, there's my phone, and it's the B-52s. The B-52s are calling me. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. That was actually Dr. Woody. I did have to take that call, so interruption. At least it's not Reggie whining. It could be, though. Reggie, where are you? Come here. Where'd he go? Did he go down? Oh, you're laying right there. Come. Hey, come here. People want to say hi. Come on. Come in. In. Come say hi to everybody. Come here. Hey. Oh, no, that's it, huh? Yeah. You can't get their cookies from here. All right, anyway, so where was I? So we were talking about the viability of using Live 365. As long as you have a little bit of a music library yourself, and you probably do on your phone, as long as you have the ability to do a voice recording on your phone, which you do, or through your laptop, which you do. If you feel like you could use Audacity, that's kind of another thing that doesn't have to be a component to the broadcast part. It would be nice though. Then we should be able to salvage the rest of this semester. So again, feedback, let me know. We're going to talk about the Moodle setup here in a minute. So I'm going to be, all right, so chat times and attendance. On Moodle, for each week block, you can set a function to create a chat. Oh my God, I'm busy and popular today. I'll be right back. I'm back again. Yeah, my phone has to stop ringing, only I can't turn it off because there's stuff going on right now that I have to kind of keep attached to. So forgive me, we'll get through this, I promise. So what we're going to do, there's a chat feature that you can activate in every week block on our Moodle site. That's on our Moodle website for our class, on Moodle itself. In that week block, like this week for instance, I just go to a drop-down menu, I hit chat, it helps me to create a chat. So that's a really good tool to have for attendance. I want to keep our class consistent. I want you guys to be checking in at 9:30 in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays with me, 10 minutes. I am gonna open up the chat feature at like 5 minutes before the hour and close it at 10 minutes after the hour. Take attendance that way. I want to, like I said, keep some structure and consistency, and this way you guys know that you can ask me a few questions. I can give you specific directions maybe for that day. Maybe there's an assignment that I threw in that you need clarity about, something like that. Also, I'll be having office hours through that chat, and it will probably be Thursday from 9:30 to 10:30. So you'll be able to hop online, go to the chat function for Thursday morning at 9:30. Instead of me just being on for 10 minutes, I'll be on for a whole hour so I can answer your questions. I can talk to you about the weather, whatever you want to talk about. But I'll be there for office hours. Harder to visit with Reggie that way, I know, but I can send him messages if you want. Anyway, all right. So again, to reiterate, we have class Tuesday, Thursdays, starting at 9:30 in the morning. So at 9:30 in the morning, starting this Thursday, the 19th, you're expected to log on to Moodle, go to the chat feature in this week's block, click on it and say hello, let me count you for attendance, ask any questions that you have, I will make some announcements, and then there are going to be some assignments and things for you to do in the meantime, including look at some instructional videos that I'm going to be making. This is more, like I said, it's not necessarily lecture based right now. We're not talking about the history of FM or the power of the DJ or any of those things, but right now this is me getting you kind of oriented and having to make the shift over to online instruction and learning. So that being said, I'm going to readapt my grade book so that the weights are a little bit different, so that things like attendance don't carry as much weight because it means something different online. But participation maybe is more, because participation is a bigger feature of online learning. It's how you stay engaged. So things are going to change in my grade book, including taking up the music festival as a graded project, redistributing things to make up for it. Sadly, yeah, that's canceled. Well, it's postponed for now, and we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't know what next week is going to bring. I think it's smart right now to socially isolate ourselves, keep some social distance, not go to places where a lot of people are, don't eat out if you can avoid it, just until this disease, this virus is contained and it's restricted and it doesn't threaten large populations of people, it's just the common sense thing to do. So yeah, that's what you have to think. You have to think common sense in these matters. All right, so told you about my grade book getting changed. Oh yeah, by the way, this is my office in my house. It's on the 3rd floor of our house. It's a converted attic, so it's also our bedroom suite. So part of the room, this part that I'm sitting in, is my office area, and then further that way it's a big room. There's our bedroom sleeping area and a television watching area and Reggie's bed and Greyhound, and you may see a cat or two run through the frame. Maybe my husband will come upstairs forgetting I'm doing this, or the phone will ring. This is real life. You want reality TV, kiddos? You got it. Here you go. It's about as real as it's ever going to get. Absolutely very little editing, but help and assistance from my stepson, John, who's behind the camera right now. Thank you, John. All right, so see what else. So live chat and office hours we talked about. Email me and check your dang emails. Check your email. Check your email. Check your email now. Check your email. It's important if you're going to be online learning that that's how your instructor gets in touch with you. That's how they tell I do this anyway, right? With our class. And a lot of what we've been doing in our class has been Moodle based anyway. You've been submitting assignments that way and accessing articles and quizzes and things like that. So that won't change. It's not that much of a leap. The only thing that's different is my lectures are going to be videotaped. I've got a YouTube channel. You go to the YouTube channel, watch, listen to the video that's on the main page of the YouTube channel. I'm sure you've already done that because here you are watching this. Then go to the playlist for our class, which is COM 301, Radio Broadcast and Production, and watch the video or 2 or 3 for that week. Depending on content, John and I are learning all about becoming YouTube influencers and creators. We were never that before. Well, maybe John was secretly, but I never was. This is not my shtick. I'm radio and audio, but here we are. So, learning that it's better to make 20-minute videos than 40-minute videos because of the processing time, and it just takes forever to upload it and yada yada. So bunch of 20-minute videos to make up whatever the lecture for that week is. There could on that week block of Moodle be forums that you have to add to the discussion about, and we'll go into that in a minute. So that could be part of the participation and learning process for online learning. And then there will be other learning resources that I'll have posted for you if there are other videos or a quiz or an exercise that I want you to do and submit for me. We're working this out, right? We're all working this out right now, trying to figure out what's the best way to modify a class that was designed to be delivered in person and is very hands-on too, kind of like a biology lab or a chemistry lab where you need to get some hands-on work done just like you need to in the studios. So being creative on how to problem solve this. But this is why I always tell you, turkeys, this is why I tell you, nothing's engraved in granite but your tombstone. You have to be flexible in this world. You have to be prepared to switch gears, and if the stream is flowing a certain way, go with the flow. Don't fight upstream. So that's what we're doing here. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy to do that. Just find a way to adapt and make the best of it, because we really don't have any other choice except to complain and make ourselves miserable. And I'm not up for that. Are you? Okay, so check your email. The YouTube lectures will be posted. Make sure you you subscribe and then ring the notification bell on the YouTube site so that you're alerted when there's a new video. And then, like I said, Moodle assignments, exercises, and quizzes are forthcoming. Email me if you have any questions. But otherwise, don't worry, this is all going to be okay. We'll get through this and everything else. Luckily, as a species, we've lived through the bubonic plague and we know to have better hygiene so things like that don't spread as much, right? Have better sanitary conditions where rats don't breed and people don't pick up fleas and things like that. And then, you know, in the 1918s, we had the Spanish flu at the end of World War I, and a lot of that information was suppressed from the public in the war effort in order to not create like anti-morale with soldiers and families and people left behind. So and because of that, people still gathered in large groups, and they died by the thousands. They died by the thousands. So yeah, this is restrictive, it's uncool, it's inconvenient, it's not as much fun as having a music festival or hanging out with your friends or having a party right now. But you know, we'll all just get through all of this, keep ourselves safe, try to get this contained and under control, and then life will go back to whatever normal is, and it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So again, if you have questions, email me. Be prepared to come to chat Thursday at 9:30 in the morning, just to check in, take attendance, and get things sort of ironed out between us. In the meantime, let's take a really quick look. John, how much time do I have?
Like 5 minutes.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's take a quick look at Moodle, just so you guys are a little bit more oriented to what we're doing here. Okay? So this is the Moodle homepage, and remember, my computer is configured differently than yours, and I'm also using big, you know, video magnification programs, so I have to move things on the screen to be able to read the whole page. So that's a little bit different for you, but it's okay. So there's our class, radio broadcasting and production. And then, so here's our intro where we take attendance. Here's all the other assignments that we've been through and the each week blocks, right? January, February, coming into March. So this is about when we went on break. And oh, also as far as like catching up with shows, wait until the end of this week for me to tell you, you know, once we get things kicked in and you're oriented and you've kind of gotten the feel of Live 365, we'll resume shows and next week. And when we go to do that, if you want to do 2 shows back to back, you can. You can make a 2-hour playlist and then submit your show log, but indicate to me that it's a 2-hour playlist. Can you hold that for a second? Okay, I'm back, sorry. Boy, the fun never stops. Kind of miss work, kind of miss being on campus. It was a little calmer. All right, anyway, so you can do 2 shows if you want to catch up. That's okay. Right now I'm not going to take points off for old shows. And, it's just too much for us to have to get caught up on. I just want you to start playing with Live 365 and figuring out whether or not it's going to work for you. All right, this is in the week of March 11th to the 17th. It's for right now. What I want you to look at is the Live 365 feedback, and that's the forum that I was telling you guys about. So hopefully some of you have already been there because it was in my email to do that. So there it is. And then add a new discussion topic. You can do that right there, or you can go to my opinion, right, is one that's posted already. I posted it, so this is just an example of how you'd either post your own topic, which you have to do, right? I need to know how you feel about Live 365, so that's your own topic. So to tell me how you feel about Live 365, start your own topic, right? I told you how I feel, my opinion is, and then somebody could actually reply to my opinion. So everybody needs to have an opinion or a discussion topic underneath the forum itself. I started one, you each need to start one too, and then you need to comment on 2 people's discussion topics. So as each of you lends your own opinion, starts your own discussion topic under this forum, then each of you needs to go through everybody else's posts, see what they said, and reply back. That's how forums work. That's how you'll get graded for participation, which, like I said, is going to have a much heavier weight because of the way that the class just has to function right now. So that's the first thing that you need to do on Moodle right now. Next, after that, we've got some resources on the week coming up when class would actually start, the 19th, so March 18th to the 24th. And under that category, I've got place to deposit show logs, and I also have YouTube instructional channel link. Hopefully you've already been to that. I emailed you guys about that as well, so you know to see the instructional, the overall general information for all students. That's on the main page of my YouTube channel for instruction. And then I have a link here for what is AM and FM, and then the rise of FM. Those are both links that this week I'll need you to take a look at. It goes along with our lecture. This link that says Thursday at 9:30 a.m., that's the chat function. So Thursday at 9:30 a.m., you click on that and check in with me for attendance and ask me any questions that you have thus far. Between now and then, I may be adding more content to this week's block, and same thing will be repeated for the next week. You'll have the link to the YouTube channel playlist for your class. You'll find the lecture that you need to look for. I'll tell you what it is and directions. You will listen to the lectures. Maybe I'll tell you to go to a link that I posted for more information, supplemental materials that I want you to look at. Maybe it's an article that I want you to read. Maybe there'll be an assignment attached to some of it. There could be a quiz. We don't know just yet. We're still kind of, like I said, working all of this out and how it's going to function and flow. So that's it for right now. I'm going to come back and start our lecture about AM and FM and the rise of FM radio and how radio sort of changed dramatically after television came into play and what that meant for music genres. And then that leads into the power of the DJ. That'll be next week's lecture. So, all right, everybody, we could do this. I know we can. It's going to be all right. And I will talk to you soon. Email me if you have questions. Bye.